Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us for Inside the Herald, a program where you get to meet some of the people who are featured inside of the magazine. We love to hear from those who are tuning in, so please leave us a comment. If you enjoy this program, please consider subscribing. Sisterhood of Service. That's the theme for our March issue. This month, we celebrate the way God is advancing his kingdom through a number of late union women who hold leadership roles in ASI. With vulnerability, each of these women share their personal yet powerful testimonies with us. When reading their stories, you will sense their deep connection with God. But don't take my word for it. We are joined today by two of those women, Joy Kaufman and Debbie Young. They will give you a brief insight into what ASI is, what you can expect in the article, and the upcoming event that you don't want to miss out on.
Joy, I tell you, ASI is such an incredible organization. For those who don't know that what ASI stands for, because we're always saying ASI, Adventist Layman's Services and Industries, an organization
kind of a mouthful, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, an organization of Seventh-day Adventist lay people in ministry or in business that live by the watchword, sharing Christ in the marketplace.
Exactly.
It's pretty incredible because, when I think of what ASI means, I think that Doug Batchelor probably coined it best. He said it's like evangelism on steroids.
That is a good way to describe it. And that's been my experience since first stepping into an ASI conference in 2017. It was like I suddenly just met all these people that were on fire for Jesus in their business workplaces and in their ministries. And they are like combining together to just the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, for sure.
Absolutely. I just really appreciate the main national conventions that take place every year. It's been a little bit difficult with COVID this last year and a half or so, but the kind of tools that we get, the ideas that we get for ministry, the people that we meet, like you said, the energy that we feel is palpable.
Well, and now we don't have to wait for the convention because every Thursday night they have ASI Hour, which you can sign up for on the national website. And so you can get a little taste of ASI every single Thursday night. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it is. It is very good. I'm amazed at the kind of reach that ASI has, even way down here to the ASI Lake Union. It's made up of 8 unions that each have their little spot. So that we can fellowship together and encourage one another. And we had an incredible opportunity to be able to kind of share us about some of our members in the ASI Lake Union.
Exactly. And, it was so cool because we're all trying to figure out how do we function in the world of COVID where the conferences are not happening, but we decided to reach out to our union and God bless all of them. They embraced ASI and we are featured. Actually, myself, you, Debbie, and 6 other women are featured on the cover of the Lake Union Herald this month. And it's really telling the story of what they call sisterhood and service and showing how each of us comes from a different vantage point, but all of us are trying to serve the Lord in our various capacities. And the article was so fun to be involved in, the edits. I learned so much about my fellow women leaders in this ministry.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Debbie?
I'm kind of amazed that I didn't know so much about you and all the others. It really gave me kind of a personal insight into their lives and what motivates them and what motivates you. I felt really blessed to be a part of this endeavor, and I hope others are blessed when they read it.
Honestly, there was a few highlights I just wanted to bring out. One was of Kathleen Morrissey, who's like sort of the poster child for growing up as an ASI member, because her father was, of course, the president of ASI Lake Union right before me taking on this role. His name is Tom, and she is a financial planner. And so I had this quote that I just love. She says, "Sometimes I fall into the trap that because I'm not out there doing missionary things, I'm not doing anything." This is Kathleen Morrissey talking. She says, "But the truth is, when I'm at work, I'm not just offering advice. I'm chatting with people, asking about grandkids, helping them make solid plans for their future. And those plans involve the church. I may not be out there building a church, but I can be part of the machine that drives those projects." And I really like that, because to me, it's like the classic example of the body of Christ at work. Many members, different parts, but all doing our own service that contributes to that goal of sharing Christ in the marketplace.
Absolutely, yes. It's kind of a classic example of what ASI is all about. All of us doing different things, but in our own way, contributing to the sharing of the gospel.
Exactly. There was another quote that I loved by Amy, and help me say her last name properly.
Rutsara.
Rutsara. Okay, she's up in Michigan, and she's one of the leaders at the ASI national level as well. And she said that one of her favorite quotes from Spirit of Prophecy, where it says, "The strongest argument in favor of the gospel is a loving and lovable Christian." And she said, "The way I've behaved sets me apart and gives others an opportunity to ask why I'm different. When you combine excellence in both work and character, it opens doors for conversations that ultimately lead to what looks like more traditional ministry." And I liked that too. It's like using your own, just everything she does. She's a lawyer, and she gets in all sorts of situations, I'm sure, where having this shining character really makes a big difference in her workplace and in her witness.
Oh, absolutely. When I think about Amy and all of the women, all of us that were involved with that, I feel so blessed that we were able to actually get to know each other. And a lot of that happened at our ASI chapter meetings, at what we call our spring fellowship. And
Exactly.
we have one coming up, our first virtual spring fellowship that we want everybody to participate in.
Yeah, and it's so exciting. Debbie's been leading the committee that has been pulling together the theme, and I love it. It's faith, not fear, which is exactly what we need these days, not to cower back in fear, but to keep stepping forward boldly in faith. And I got excited about it. I wasn't on the planning committee, but when they brought out the theme, I'm in public health and nutrition, and we're really going to focus on the health message and how it can be used not only to benefit you personally and your family, but also as an entering wedge into people's lives. And do you want to share a few of the highlights of the speakers and the invitation?
Yeah. We're really excited to have that will kind of kick off the convention on Friday evening, which is August 16th.
April.
April 16th. Chef G.W. Chu. And he's a vegan chef who operates a vegan restaurant in the San Francisco area called Something Better. Believe it or not, it's right next to a McDonald's, if you can imagine that.
That's just
funny.
And
he has programming on 3ABN and Dare to Dream, but it's just really exciting to know that what he has done, how he has come to this point in his life that he wants to devote to helping others live healthy and have a better life because of what they eat.
And speaking of that, oops, we're gonna have to cut that out probably. Okay, sorry, I'm declining this call. So speaking of that, I was just thinking about the healthy testimonies. We have our very own Carmelo Mercado, who's going to be featured. And during this time of COVID, instead of sitting on his couch and eating potato chips, he has taken our health message to task, and he has had some transforming results. And so he's going to be sharing his testimony personally. And honestly, he's inspiring us even on these committees to get moving and get eating healthy and everything. So
yes,
one of the
absolutely.
other speakers. Who else, Debbie?
Yep. So we also have Dr. or Pastor David DeRose. He's a pastor in the Indianapolis area who's also a physician. And he's going to be kind of our keynote on Sabbath morning to share a little bit about, what we can do to kind of optimize our health and in the scope of faith so that we can be better witnesses and healthier witnesses. So we're looking forward to what he'll have to share. Actually, probably before that, Magna Porterfield, she's a psychologist who lives in the Georgia area. Is going to give us some tips on getting and maintaining mental health, positive mental health.
And that's a real challenge for a lot of people right now.
Yes, well, we definitely need that right now. Absolutely.
So that's awesome. So it sounds like we have a great lineup. We also are going to be featuring some of the ministries that some new and some ones that we've already supported in the past. I'm blessed. I also lead a ministry called Farm Stew, and we've been chosen again. Really exciting to do some outreach in a very, very poor part of Uganda. We'll also be supporting ASAP, and we're excited about their work. It's more local work, and you'll be learning more about that. And then also the Oak Haven, we're going to be helping them get some exercise and sort of wellness facilities in their ministry place in Pullman, Michigan there. And then there's a few more, Debbie. Do you want to mention them?
Yeah, then we have Harbor of Hope. It's a church in the Benton Harbor area that has a tremendous community outreach to really help the young people in that area. So we're looking forward to providing some support to lift their outreach.
And then Care for Cuba will be reaching out to, and there's one last one that I am spacing.
Strong Tower
okay, Radio. Yes, the radio station.
Yeah.
All over Michigan. So you can see that by being part of the virtual conference, you'll not only get enriched and help your own health message and learn how to put it to practice in your own life, but you'll also be invited to be part of giving to these ministries that can help our reach go far beyond Lake Union, all the way around the world. And so we want to invite you to sign up for this conference, and we're excited to do that. You can go to our Lake Union ASI website. And Debbie, do you have the address on the top of your head?
It is. It's asilakunion.org.
Okay, that's great. Well, we're excited to invite you there, and you will find all the information, and it's going to be easy. It's free. And the cool thing is you can share this with anybody around the world because it's open to anyone. It's virtual. So we're excited to reach people that we've never reached. Maybe you've never been part of ASI. You are welcome. It's not just for members. It's for anyone that has any interest in sharing Christ in their marketplace. So Amen. We hope you can join us. And Debbie, thanks for joining me. And thanks to ASI and Lake Union for letting us get this message out. We hope you have a great night, and we hope we'll see you in April on the 16th, Friday night. Be there.
Right. April 16 and 17.
Thank you so much, Joy and Debbie, for sharing that wonderful insight. Now, we'd like to take some time to bid farewell to Gary Burns, who served as editor of the Lake Union Herald for the past 16 years. Sadly, this is Gary's last issue as editor, so in honor of the years he's dedicated to serving our church, we'd like to dedicate this special tribute video to Gary. Dear Gary, it's so hard to say goodbye. You've dedicated your life to doing God's word. We are so blessed that you've spent 40 years in ministry and 16 years in the Lake Union. During your time here, you have encouraged inspired, and changed the lives of so many by sharing God's Word. You will be missed. We wish you a long, happy, and healthy retirement. You will always, always, always be part of our family. On behalf of the Lake Union, goodbye, Gary. In this month's issue, Gary signs off saying, if you are sensing God's call to serve as you read the issue, say yes. It's the best thing you'll ever do. We'd like to leave you with this encouraging message until our next issue in April. God bless you.